Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my Absolutely Fried podcast. My name is Jezabelle. I'm kind of like nervous for this episode for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck we're going to talk about. Why am I feeling nervous? What the hell? If you're watching on YouTube, hello. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you're more of a listener than a viewer, just know this podcast is available to you on every streaming platform. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Samsung, Amazon, you name it, it's there. Just search Absolutely Fried and it'll pop up. Or you can check the description for the links. Hello, everyone. I don't know. Who knows what the hell we're going to talk about today? One thing I do know, though, is it's been a rough week for me. It really has. And, we'll dive more into that in the YouTube video. And yes, everyone, it seemed like you guys really enjoyed me filming my entire week. So I definitely ran that back this week. Although I don't know if you're going to be satisfied because, I was just stupid fucking depressed this week. So the entire vlog is me trying to cope so fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I dive into a lot of mental health shit and just a lot of what I have going on, kind of sorta my coping mechanisms and whatnot. We also did a lot of Christmas shopping and shit, but yeah, no, it's been a rough one. It really has. I'll tell you. Let's start off with something good. Because last time we talked, it was Thanksgiving, right? That was our last conversation that we had. And I had people asking me if this Thanksgiving was any different than last year's. Because if you've been here for at least a year, last year's Thanksgiving wasn't the best. It was very awkward for me. It was my first time ever at a white people's Thanksgiving. Never done that before. Shout out to my white people out there because I can tell you right now that I know that there's some out there that have good Thanksgivings, but I say shout out to you because predominantly most of you are definitely suffering for Thanksgiving. I know it. I know a lot of you are suffering and I got to experience that. I experienced that last year and I don't think I ever want to do it again, right? But this year was different. I actually anticipated spending it on my own, but Goblin and his lovely, amazing girlfriend, who is also my wife, Emily, my bad. I stole her. What can I say? She's mine. Were nice enough to invite me along to go to Thanksgiving with them, where we ended up at their friend's place for Thanksgiving. And let me tell you, this was actually the best Thanksgiving I've ever experienced. Let me tell you how my family does Thanksgiving, okay? Growing up, the way that my family did Thanksgiving was, it was a food holiday. It was all about fucking eating, right? And especially because you guys know my dad went on this huge health journey back when I was a kid. My dad was severely overweight. We're talking about damn near getting to 400 pounds. That man was big. Okay. He was big. All right. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? He's a short man. Okay. So I think he's I don't know, Dad, don't hate me for this. I think he's 5'6". So you imagine that much weight on a man. It's a lot. That's a lot on somebody that height, And so it got to a point where he was concerned about his health. He was having health issues. He looked at his kids. We were super young. And he's I want to be here for the long haul. I want to be around for my children. So my father went on this huge health journey where he decided, I'm going to do a huge weight loss and I'm going to get healthy for my family. And guess what? He did. And ever since that day, that man fucking stuck to it. One thing about my dad is when he sets his mind to some shit, it's going to get done. It is going to get done. It's the Virgo in him. It really is. It's the Virgo in him. And yeah, I grew up with a Virgo Latin father. And a Gemini mother. If any of you know what the fuck that means, it was an interesting household. It was rough. It was really rough. But, ouch, right? And then they got together, they procreated, and they made a Scorpio. And then their son, a Pisces. What the fuck? They cursed the planet. Why would they do that? Yo, they cursed the planet, actually. But My dad went on the huge weight loss, and he stuck to it. He got super healthy. But the thing is, I'm gonna be real with you. My dad takes it like way too seriously. Love you, pops. I really do. Love you down. But way too seriously. He is one of those people that just cut everything out. Like all of the joy and happiness that's in life, cut it out. And he was okay with that. He was fine with that. Except for when the holidays would come around, that would be like his cheat day. And when you're somebody who basically starves yourself of all the good things in life all year round, when it comes to Thanksgiving, you're doing everything. I'm talking about everything. And so we'd wake up in the morning, starts then. Wake up, I'm talking about crack of fucking dawn. That man's up 5 a.m. We're starting. Everyone get the fuck up. It's 5 a.m. We're locking the fuck in. He starts making this big ass breakfast. I'm talking waffles, pancakes, French toast. The fucking trio. My mom's in the kitchen. She's whipping up fucking eggs. There's tons of fucking cheese, tons of fucking oil. He wants extra oil in the fucking eggs, right? We're talking chops up anything and everything that's in the fridge and just throws into the eggs. Very delicious, very amazing, very much enjoyed it. Tons of fucking bacon. My dad would make, what's it called? Jalapeno poppers, and he'd make them from scratch. Let me tell you, you ever made jalapeno poppers for real, y'all? Oh my God, go buy some jalapenos, some cream cheese, and some bacon and throw that shit in the oven. My God. It's fucking insane. It's so good. He would make a bunch of those. My mom would make sausage pinwheels where she just takes like this croissant dough and she rolls up sausage meat inside of it, freezes it, takes it out, chops it up, and then bakes them in the oven. Delicious, right? We'd start off with that, tons of fruit. And then we'd get into lunch. Honestly, there really isn't like a division between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just eating all day. So midday, we would set up a whole entire charcuterie board with everything you could think of. Literally anything and everything. We would cover the entire table in it, right? It wasn't like a board. It was a table full of it. My mom might make nachos. My dad would lock in and make some sort of pasta. He's got this like meatball and like this sauce that he makes. I don't know. It's literally only in his brain. He like made this shit up and it's like one of the best sauces I've ever had, right? Turns around, makes pasta. You think that's it? No. Baked ziti. Yep. We're still going. Pizza. Yep. We're still going. Cookies, cake, pies. We're still going, bitch. We haven't even gotten to the fucking Thanksgiving course yet, right? On top of that, seafood boils. Seafood boils. Guys, this is all in one fucking day. This is all in one fucking day. Now we're approaching Thanksgiving. What do we make? Well, we're Puerto Rican, so guess what? Tostones, empanadas, acapuria, pork, rice and beans. And then now we're approaching Thanksgiving, because you think we only made pork? No, they made turkey too. And then we would make all the traditional Thanksgiving sides like mac and cheese and some sort of vegetable, sweet potato souffle or yams. You know, the traditional like Thanksgiving stuff, right? My mom would make like 3 or 4 fucking pies. And then on top of that, my dad would get like people would come from like his friends would come from their Thanksgivings and they would drop off like their Thanksgiving foods for my dad, right? Or we had this one friend that would bring us like steaks. I think that's about where we start to near the end, right? And then on top of that, my dad's pounding down White Russians all day long. Y'all ever had a fucking White Russian? That shit is adult chocolate milk. It literally is. It's actually really fucking good. I'm not going to lie to you. It's actually really fucking good. But yeah, he'd be pounding down White Russians and also just shots of vodka. Just pounding that shit too. So that was my dad's cheat day. So that day was dedicated to just fucking eating food, right? That's what my Thanksgiving was typically like. We'd do that. We'd watch a bunch of Christmas movies and just hang out with each other. We just spent time. Even if we didn't talk, the one requirement was we had to exist with each other at least on this one day out of the year. That and Christmas. That's it. We just had to exist with each other. So that was what my Thanksgivings were like. Some were fun. Most of them were chaotic. You know, we're talking about a Latin family, and I already told you Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, and a fucking Virgo. So, you know, do with that information what you will. But some of them were fun. But I would say that this year was the absolute best fucking Thanksgiving that I actually had. So genuinely, shout out to Nick, shout out to Emily. Thank you so much for taking me along, because this food that I had, they told me, they said, Jez, we're pulling up to our friend's, like, girlfriend's family's house. And the girlfriend is doing, like, all the cooking. And I'm like, okay, sick. Like, where are we going? And he's talking about Agora Hills. Now, let me tell you something, honey. Buckle in. Because if you're not from LA, Agora Hills. I mean, they got songs made about this place. Agora Hills is where we're talking about the rich are. All right? Rich. The house, the boyfriend had said the house is like, he was like, act like you got some decorum when you come here because you're pulling up to like a $15 million mansion. Ooh. So, Jezebelle did not show up in sweatpants because let me tell you, any other Thanksgiving, I know people get dressed up for Thanksgiving. That's not what's on my brain. When it comes to Thanksgiving, I don't get dressed up. I put on clothes that I can bloat in. So you best believe it's going to be something that's got a stretchy waistband. But I was like, $15 million mansion. Okay, I'll put on some pants. I put on some pants. I put on a nice little dress shirt. I threw on some heels. Tried to do my hair all cute and shit. Did a little bit of makeup, put a little bit of jewelry on. I was like, I'll put in some fucking effort, okay? I know you guys can tell that I've been stressed out because I'm definitely smoking more than usual on this one. I'm going through it. We pull up to this absolutely gorgeous, ridiculously insane house. It's drop dead beautiful. I'm so serious. This was probably the nicest house I've ever stepped foot in. I mean, like, you heard the price. Yeah, it's a fucking nice house, okay? And it's one of those rich people houses where it's not, it's like, if I were rich, this is exactly how I'd fucking do my house. I can't stand walking into a rich person's house and it's one of them fucking boring ass, like minimalistic square homes. Sorry. I have like a friend whose house I be at all the time that lives in like a townhouse like that. I love you so much, baby. I love being at your crib. I really do. But it's not the house that I would want for myself. Okay. Still love you down. Love your home. It's definitely a you vibe. But me, I like a house that's lived in. And this person here, we walk in, it's this older man, like the father of the girlfriend and his wife. The girl, mind you, is Filipino too. So at first when we were pulling up to this crib, I was a little bit nervous about like the food we were going to eat because I just assumed like the girl was white. I was like, oh, we're going to a rich white girl's house. Is it going to be good? Is this going to be another repeat of last year? Be honest with me. Is it? No, it wasn't. We pulled up to this Filipino girl's house. Oh my God. We'll get into the food in a second though, okay? We pull up into the house. I walk in. The wife, she's living exactly how you would want to live, okay? You're married to an older man, a vastly older man than you. Big age gap going on here, right? And you just get to live it up. He just gives you his money. So you know what she did with this fucking money? I did have lumpia. This shit was so good. So gas. You know what she did with his money? She basically had decorators come in for every single room of the house. And had that bitch decorated exactly how she wanted to. And I'm talking about this house was filled with shit. It wasn't just like empty rooms that were like painted nicely or anything like that. No. We're talking about these rooms were like curated specifically, like down to like the tiniest things, curated. Drop dead gorgeous. I loved the color scheme. It was lots of natural colors like browns and deep reds. It was gorgeous, right? There were statues fucking everywhere. There was like 5 statues in every fucking room. It was insane, actually. Like, you could tell, the house is worth a lot, but how much is the stuff that's inside this fucking bitch? Because what the fuck? It was a ridiculous home. The wife, mind you, the girl's mom changed clothes like 3 different times. She had like 3 different outfits she put on that night. Funniest shit ever. Literally, that's exactly how I would be living. She changed 3 different fucking times. Another thing that I loved about her, this woman was literally so tea. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. She had like a bunch of plastic surgery done. Love that for her. Fuck it, why not? She had the craziest makeup look. And I don't mean crazy in a bad way. I mean, she went all out. She got the crazy false lashes, insane eye look. She had like a glitter like line going down underneath. Gorgeous giant fucking lips. This woman, and mind you, the outfits that she put on, so she had these really cool, like very nice outfits. Funniest thing, she had her fucking pants unbuckled because that bitch was eating too. I would be living like this. I pray, God, please, me next. And you think that's it? It gets even better. We walk in. She's sitting in like this, like, I don't even know. There's so many different fucking rooms in this giant ass house. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. You walk in, you look to the left, it's a giant open space. It's not a fucking living room, but it's a giant open space. They got like fucking 5 living rooms on this one floor fucking alone, right? Walk in, it's this giant open space. She's sitting on the chair, and you know what she's doing? She's live streaming. She's live streaming. I don't know if she's lit for real. I don't know where or what platform she was live streaming on, but she's fucking live streaming, just sitting in front of the camera, just looking cute as fuck, right? Just looking cute as fuck. And like we walk in and then they apologize for it. They're like, oh, just don't mind her. She's just live streaming. She just starts like walks around the house. She's not even like saying anything. She's just like walking around the house, like looking cute and just like showing the house. Love that for her. Literally love that for her. And then there was even a point in the night where like when the food was done cooking, she came over and she's like she made everybody talk to the camera. She's like, everybody say hello, and we're all like, hi. And I was like, oh my god, like literally, actually, what's her handle? Like I want to look her up. I want to watch her live streams. I do. That bitch she was so cool. She literally, I don't even think she realizes how fucking cool she is, right? But let's get to the food, right? So, man, I wish I could remember everything that I ate. This girl was cooking. Her name was Heather. Shout out to fucking Heather. She was cooking for 3 days. She made enough food to feed 20 fucking people, and there was only, I think, 9 of us. There was only 9 people. 9 or 10 people. She made enough to feed like double that. I'm talking about people got up. We got up and we each got like 2. Some people got 3 plates of fucking food. And there was still enough to feed probably like 4 more families. There was this girl catered for herself. She did the catering for everybody. Like what the fuck? She made so much shit. She made a turkey and she made a fucking ham. Oh my God, both? That's insane. She made the traditional sides like mac and cheese. This is the part right here. And I'm going to recommend that everybody fucking does this. I've never had this in my life. Look, I'm a girl from the South. And let me tell you something. One thing I miss so fucking bad. I'm about to fly back out to Atlanta just for a fucking weekend just to go fucking eat, bitch. I'm so dead ass. I miss Southern cooking. I do. I miss that shit so bad. There's nothing out here like it. Don't try to recommend a place to me. It's not going to be the fucking same. Will it be good? Yes. Will it be Atlanta? No. So I don't even eat the fucking wings out here, bro. I don't even eat the wings out here. I want wings, I make wings. That's what I do. And even then, it's still not like wing nuts out in fucking West Midtown. Oh, fuck. I miss you. I miss you, baby. I do. Anyway, I digress. This girl made one thing I miss. The one major thing that I miss. Cornbread. Oh, God. There's just something about cornbread when it's made in the South. I've had other cornbread, you know, because like not everybody, you know, I see people out. There's people from different places that make cornbread. Is it good? Like I said, yeah. Is it Atlanta? No. Well, I walk into this Filipino girl's kitchen and she made a cornbread stuffing. My eyes, I can't see. I'm going blind. Am I hearing myself correctly? She made a cornbread stuffing. And I have to tell you right now, Heather, that was the best stuffing I've ever had in my whole fucking life. I could have ate just a plate of only the stuffing. I had to pray. You know, you pray before you eat. I didn't pray before I ate. I prayed after I ate because I had to thank God after that one. I really did. I took a bite of that shit and I was like, ugh. It felt like that Ratatouille moment where that guy, the fucking food reviewer, don't remember his fucking name. The food reviewer sits down, he eats the Ratatouille, and then poof, back to his childhood. That's exactly what I experienced. Like, oh my God, it was insane. She made that. She made a shit ton of other stuff. She made like green beans. She made a side salad. She made these little smashed potatoes, insanely fucking crispy, delicious. Like bathed them in like a buffalo sauce and then put blue cheese underneath them. I would marry her. I like was tempted to literally like get down on one knee and ask her myself if she wanted to marry me. Dead ass. It's actually ridiculous. She made mashed potatoes. The mac and cheese she made, by the way, was Teeny's mac and cheese, but she like changed the cheeses that were in it. Insane. Fucking delicious. I mean, like, honestly, like a default recipe to follow is Teeny's mac and cheese if you've never made it before. I've had so many different variations of mac and cheese. I've made so many different variations of mac and cheese in my life. Teeny's genuinely is the best recipe. So serious. So she used her recipe but switched out the cheeses. I don't know what fucking cheeses she used, but I'm gonna assume they were fancy as fuck because she's dummy rich. So I wasn't gonna question it. Absolutely insane. She made rolls. What else was there? I'm trying to remember. There was other shit, okay? Just know that there was other shit. But those were like the main things that I was obsessed with. Oh, she made a homemade cranberry sauce, like a homemade orange cranberry sauce. She made the gravy, obviously, for the turkey. I'm definitely missing stuff, but I just can't remember. But just know all of it was fucking bomb. But here's the important thing. So her and her boyfriend were going, it's Thursday. Her and her boyfriend are going out of town. They're going out of the country on Saturday. We finished eating, and she pulls out these to-go plates. Love her for that. Absolutely love her. Because one thing about me, I don't got no shame when it comes to Thanksgiving. I'm going to ask if I can get a plate to go. No shame. I'm going to get a plate to go, please and thank you. She didn't even have to ask her. She said, okay, everybody, I pulled out these plates for everyone to take food. Take food, everyone. Please take food. And she kept saying it the whole night. And I'm like, girl, like, don't worry. I'm going to take fucking food. I am going to take fucking food. You don't have to tell me twice. Literally, I was already planning on taking food. Even if you said no, I was going to find a way to slip this shit into my fucking purse and fill up my pants with it. Are you kidding? I wore larger sized panties just to like fucking, so that I could hide fucking food in them and fucking step out the door. Like, I'm stealing food if I have to. I am. I would. But she turns to me and she's like, seriously, guys, like, I want you to take all of it. Take all of it. Excuse me? Yeah, me and my boyfriend, we're going out of town on Saturday, so we won't be able to eat any of this food, and my parents aren't going to eat it. They don't eat leftovers because they're that type of rich. They are. They're that type of rich where they don't eat leftovers. She literally said that they would throw it out. When she turned around to her parents and asked them what they wanted to keep, if there was like any little bit that they wanted her to put to the side, they just asked for one slice of pie. None of the food. She said, take all of it. Only had to tell me once. What did I do? I laid out like 5 to-go plates. I did. And I started scooping everything. Cleared out all the containers. You know what's crazy? There were other couples there. I was the only one that was the single lady. I was the only one. Everyone else was couples. They all took like one plate. Me? Why is the single bitch walking out with like fucking 5? I literally took all of the food. I took all of it. It's my freezer's full right now. I could have 5, 6, 7 more fucking Thanksgivings if I want to. I took everything. I walked out of there. I filled up bags. I'm literally walking out there like I just grocery shopped. I had bags filled with the fucking containers, bro. What? Oh my God, guys, get the 6, 7. We're all too brain rotted. Guys, no. But yeah, no, so you didn't have to tell me twice. I took all the fucking food. And then for the next few days, I pretty much just survived on eating. This was a choice too. I had plenty of other food to eat. I was surviving on eating the cornbread stuffing. That's what I was eating. And then I made sure to put a bunch of it in the freezer. I will definitely be revisiting that. I portioned it out so that I can just like take the little baggies of it and like cook it and then eat that. I'm so excited. They ended up having pies too. Let me tell you, I felt like I was the only girl that ate for real in that bitch. I really do, because they had pies, right? I think we had 3 different pies there. And everyone served themselves. They're like, oh, I want to try this pie. So they had a slice of that pie. We got 3 pies. I got a slice of all 3. Again, no shame. I turned to the Filipino girl and I say, Heather, girl, you got whipped cream or ice cream? Bless her heart. She's like, oh, I don't think I have ice cream. I don't have whipped cream either. First of all, come on, lock in. When it comes to having pie, who the fuck eats pie without ice cream? Be so for real. Y'all are about to raw dog this fucking pie. I'm sure the pie is delicious, genuinely, but it's Thanksgiving. You got to eat it with ice cream. But maybe there's no whipped cream too. But bless her heart, this girl looked me dead in my face when I asked her, and she said, but I can make some. excuse me? I'll make some whipped cream. You want whipped cream? I'll go make some right now. She goes to get up. I put my hand on her. No. You just cooked for 3 days straight. You're just offered to make some fucking whipped cream, like just whip up some whipped cream right now? No, please don't do that. I fucking pull up Uber Eats. I was like, girl, like there's an ice cream shop that's open right. I'll just order us a couple pints of ice cream and some whipped cream. You don't have to chill. No. She's like, just give me 1 second. She goes to the fucking kitchen, right? Disappears, comes back. And she's like, actually, we do have ice cream. So you can have some ice cream. She's like excited for me. I'm like, okay, fuck yeah. I served myself all 3 pies. Everybody sat down. They ate their pie. I threw my bitch in the microwave. I was using up that kitchen. I was. When you invite me over to your house, I live there. I'm going to act like I live there. I'm not shy. I'm not. I served myself the pie, threw that bitch in the microwave, got it all nice and piping hot, and I threw a giant scoop of fucking ice cream on top and faded that shit. Shout out to Michigan, bro. The pies were actually from Emily and Nick. They had them flown out, delivered from this like super specific place out in Michigan that they swear up and down is like they make the best pies. And I have to tell you, oh fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Those were some of the best pies I ever fucking had in my life. Specifically, cherry pie. I'd never had a cherry fucking pie before. That was the best pie I've ever had. It was so fucking good. Apparently Michigan's known for their cherries. I didn't fucking know that shit. Fucking shout out to Michigan. I'm gonna come there just to fade a bunch of fucking cherries and fucking smoke a fucking ounce. I heard y'all got good weed too. I'll be there soon. Don't worry. I'll be there soon. I will. When the time is right, I will be there. Trust me, I'm going to Michigan. It's literally on my list of places to go. Fuck it. I might go when I'm in Chicago. Wait, no, I can't. It's too cold for that. I'm gonna go to Michigan when it's hot. But my Thanksgiving was very delicious this year. I'm so fucking glad that I did that shit. I'm so grateful to have been invited. And what was even crazier was I was invited to multiple Thanksgivings by multiple friends. So shout out to all of my friends that invited me out. You're real ones. Like I genuinely didn't expect that shit. I woke up that morning with like fucking text messages and missed calls for people being like, yo, what are you doing? Do you need to come with me? I'm going to pick you up. We're going to go here. The love is crazy. I had myself a fantastic fucking Thanksgiving. It was the best one I'd ever had. I had whiskey for like, not the first time, but like I like genuinely sat down and drank it. I had whiskey for the first time like the week before Thanksgiving. Like I took a couple shots of it. But then I sat down and like most of the night on Thanksgiving, I was sipping whiskey. I felt hella fancy. I did. I felt like I should be smoking a cigar too. I was like, oh, it felt like real. Where's the jazz club at? Like what? Not a fan of it. It doesn't taste bad. I don't mind the taste of whiskey. It's not the type of drunk that I like though. It's not. I like a fun, upbeat, like, yay, let's dance, let's talk type of like type of drunk, right? Whiskey makes you just like it's heavy, you know? It's heavy. It doesn't even make me feel drunk. It just makes me feel like heavy as fuck. So it's not really my type of alcohol, but if it's there, I'll drink it. And that's what everyone else was drinking. So I was sipping on that because the only other option was wine. And I'm not a wine girl. I'm not. The closest I'll get to drinking wine is drinking Prosecco. Wine just doesn't do it for me. It gives me a headache too. It feels heavy. The wine drunk feels great, but I just don't like the process of drinking wine. Maybe I just haven't had myself like the right kind, right? But like I also don't necessarily like the taste of it. The only type of wines that I've liked the taste of was like a white wine. And even then I didn't even really like it. It was more just like tolerable. You like sweet wine. Yeah, because that's the only way it tastes good. When it's all sugary and shit. Not a wine girl. But you know what I'm saying? I did have myself some whiskey and that was enjoyable. So yeah, guys, my Thanksgiving this year was actually the best I've ever had. So fuck it. Now I'm fucking looking forward to next year's Thanksgiving. The hell? I'm looking forward. Oh yeah, we also ended up gambling. We played this game called Left, Right, Center. Let me tell you something. That game was really fun, actually. You should definitely play that with your friends. If y'all have got like some ones to throw down left, right, center, look up how to play that game. That game was actually a lot of fucking fun. I really enjoyed it. It's super easy to understand, and you will definitely lose money. It's just a game based purely on luck, but it was fun for sure. I enjoyed it. Wasn't my money that I played with. Rich person's. he was giving out money, and then Nick brought some cash and was like, here you guys go. So it was chill as fuck. I didn't lose anything, but it was chill as fuck. My Thanksgiving was amazing. I'm so glad that I got to experience that, and I'm looking forward to it next year. I hope that you all had a great Jed's got a gambling addiction. Y'all, is developing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go to Vegas. But I wanna gamble so bad, but like a good kind of gamble. Like I wanna win. I think I could. Put me at a slot machine. I'm ready. So I heard Spotify Wrapped came out a couple days ago. I'm getting tagged so much. Shout out to all of you, dead ass. If I was in your Spotify Wrapped, I love you. I love you and I want to kiss you on the head so bad. Oh my God. The amount of people that were tagging me in their Spotify Wrapped was insane. Also, their YouTube Wrapped. What the fuck? That's actually ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Your dad didn't teach you about casinos? Hell no, he didn't. My dad liked gambling too. He love it. Every time my dad go gambling, it works out for him. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe me too. You hated your Wrapped? What? Really? People were asking me about my Wrapped because I didn't post it. So I'll just tell you guys what my Wrapped was. I'll just tell you what it was. My top artists, let's see what we got here. I'll tell you, I listened to 21,289 minutes of music. My music age is 87 years old, and I do agree with that. Y'all know I listen to a lot of jazz music, so that was very fitting for me. But my top artist was actually Until Japan. I was in his top 2% of listeners, which is super sick. I love Until Japan. But let me tell you one thing about me. A bitch is like stupid versatile. Let me see. My top genres. Let me tell you, I'm so versatile. My genres, first one, pop rap. Second, jazz blues. Third, indie pop. Fourth, R&B. Fifth, emo. That's a lot of versatility. A bitch could get down with any genre. What? A bitch could get down with any genre. I'll listen to anything. I ain't got no shame. I love music. I just love music, period. I'm surprised that I only had like 21,000 minutes of like listening time. I thought it would be a lot higher. I'm not going to lie to you. One year I had hit like 100,000. Yeah, that's a big change. Now that it's like kind of in focus for me, that's a lot of listening time. That really is. But that was my Spotify Wrapped. Oh, you guys probably want to know my other artist because I just mentioned Until Japan. Until Japan is number 1. Frank Ocean's number 2. Not surprised. He's always in my Spotify Wrapped since I was like a kid. Third is Rex Orange County. That's like my favorite white guy. Fourth is Lil Uzi. And fifth is Lil Tecca. I've been bumping, y'all. I was really into music this past year. Probably because it was a coping mechanism. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about situationships. That's a hard left turn. That is a hard left turn topic wise. That is a hard left turn. Pivot, right? Okay, so let's get into it. I'm not in a situationship or anything. Jezabelle is emotionally unavailable, celibate, and not talking to anybody. I have no hose. My phone has never been drier. It is by choice. I choose me. I do. I've been like this for a while. I accidentally participated in No Nut November, guys. Accidentally, actually. I meant to beat my shit in like the second to last day of November, but then I just like forgot about it and I didn't. One thing about beating your shit in is that like when you're so used to doing it all the time, you dead ass like you think about it all the time. Like it becomes like part of like your schedule. You know, you're like, oh damn, I gotta beat my shit. Or like, you know, you go a couple days without it and you're like, I'm feeding, I need it, right? But then once you hold yourself back and you don't do it, eventually you just forget about that shit. You really do. So I accidentally participated in No Nut November. Kind of proud of myself for that one. But the second that I realized it was like December 2nd and I was like, oh shit, fuck it. I did it. And you know what? It was actually like worth it. It was worth it. I say guys do it because going that long without it, man, when I went to beat my shit in, it was so quick. It was so quick and it was so great that I literally giggled. I laughed. This is too much information. That's not what the topic of conversation is. Situationships. Okay? Let's talk about them. Because I had myself when I got out of my relationship, the only thing that I had outside of it, I kind of like chose for myself that when I got out of my relationship, I was like, I'm just gonna lock in on myself, self-care, lock in on me. I'm not ready to deal with another like guy. I'm not trying to do any of this, right? I entertained a little bit of flirting, but that was pretty much it. And typically what happened was after flirting a little bit, I just like would ghost him after a few days because it was just like a quick serotonin boost. And then I was like, all right, I'm done. Sorry, just being real with you. I got into like one situationship though that wasn't even seriously a situationship. It was a, what would you call it? I don't even know. An annoying thing. That's what it was. It was an annoying thing. But what was so crazy was when I got out of my relationship, didn't care about it. Not even a little bit. I was ready to be out of it. Probably because like we had like a discussion that I was probably like one of those people that like mentally checked out like way before. I kept trying to make that shit work. Didn't work. Left it. And when I left it, it was like more of a relief, a mistake. Yeah. That's exactly what we should call it. A mistake. The biggest fucking mistake, dead ass. But because I ended up losing a fucking friend also at the same time, which was rough as fuck. I didn't care. Anyway, let's stay the course. I didn't really care about the relationship. I was ready to be out of that shit. So when me and my ex broke up, ever since then I never really thought about him again. I never thought about him. I was not one of those people that went and like checked his social media. I literally blocked him on everything, didn't keep up with him. I wish him the best. I hope that he's doing well. I hope that he achieves everything that he wants to achieve. Like when I tell you I just have no feelings towards that situation or anything, it was just so far in the past for me. That's just how it was. And I understand that that's not how it is for everybody, because I've gotten DMs about people who like went through a breakup while I was like talking about mine, and they were like, this is so hard for me. Guys, it's different situations. You know, when you're hitting me up and you're talking about like I'm bawling my eyes out, like this shit is so difficult, how did you get through it? Different situation, babe. Trust me. I already bawled my eyes out when I was in the relationship. So when I got out of it, it was more like freedom. You know what I mean? It was like, that's what happened to me. And you know, what was crazy is people told me, they were like, there were some people that were saying, oh, you know, like, it's just like the beginning. Like it's going to set in for you in a few weeks. It never set in. The only thing that set in was the realization that I should have done it sooner, because I realized like how much it was holding me back. I realized, you know, you got on the outside perspective and you realized like, wow, it was not healthy. Wow, it was really bad for me. Wow, I really did my hardest and it just didn't work. You also, once you get out of it, you finally hear the perspectives from other people that are like, thank God you left, because girl, I didn't say anything to you, but what the fuck were you doing? You know? So it was more of just like, I didn't get sadder as time progressed. It was more like, I just realized like, wow, that really wasn't for me. And still to this day, I'm continuing to realize that it wasn't for me, because, you know, I heard some shit through the grapevine, and it's very unfortunate what I heard through the grapevine. And basically what I'm going to say is I haven't said nothing bad. We have a lot of mutual people in common. I haven't said nothing bad. In fact, like, since we have mutual people in common, when he's come up in conversation, I've said nothing but good things. You know, I encourage them to still be friends with him. I encourage them to like, you know, like, oh yeah, he's a good guy in that aspect. Like he has these great qualities about him. Like, yeah, I don't see a problem with it. They have no problem talking about him to me because I don't care. I hope that he's doing great. I like literally when I was like breaking up with him, I literally told him, I was like, you're going to do great. Like your job, your career, like you're going to do amazing. You're going to meet a girl that's going to be the exact girl that you need, the exact girl that's for you. It's not me. I'm just not that girl. We are two completely different people. Like that was kind of the conversation that we had. You know what I mean? So kind of only good things were like said on my part, like to the people that we know. But then, you know, I just assumed because of how I got treated in the relationship that he just didn't care about me. Dead ass. I thought that he was on the same mindset. I thought he was on the same type of timing as me, right? Where he got out of the relationship and he was probably feeling relief that like, damn, like maybe he just like didn't have the courage to leave or some shit, or like maybe he didn't want to hurt me or something. What, I don't know. What the fuck? Fuck if I know. I just assumed he was on the same type of timing. No, I did not. That's not what I heard. I heard some not so nice things. And you know what was crazy was when I heard the not so nice things, I tried to make myself mad about it, because I was like, what? He said what? He did what? I was like baffled. I was like, huh? And I thought to myself, I was like, I was literally sitting in my crib and I was like, I should be mad about this. You should be mad, Jezabelle, because you haven't said nothing bad, and he was the one that did all the wrong stuff. Like, you haven't done nothing. Like, you should be mad about this situation. And after everything that happened, like, all you did was still talk nice about him and not put him down or tell people about like shit that transpired. Like, you should be mad about this. But as hard as I tried to make myself mad, I couldn't get mad. I literally couldn't. I thought that like the correct reaction to it would be to be upset. But unfortunately, I had no reaction to it. Because like I said, I just don't care. I don't. I just let it go and I moved on. And also, like I said, referencing before where I said that as it's progressed, I've just come to like the realization of shit. And hearing what I heard just made me realize even more that I should have just left sooner. That person just really wasn't the person for me. And you can really see the difference in how we're not the right people for each other, and the way that we have handled it as we've both parted ways is that I have left and gone my own separate way. And I'm doing my best to prioritize myself, prioritize my happiness, and just focus on me and living the life that I've always wanted to live. And he's over here not, like being kind, honestly kind of disrespectful about me. And like that just made me realize like, wow, that is not the type of person. That's crazy. Because any other time that I've like been in any kind of like situation with somebody, whether it was like dating or like talking or anything like that, this is not how it went. We didn't talk shit about each other. I treated them all the exact same way, where it's like, okay, we're parting ways. It is what it is. I wish you the best and I hope the best for you. That's just it. Well, I'm not going to sit here and harp on this shit. Have you forgiven him? 100%. I've forgiven him because I'm such an empathetic person, truthfully, that at the end of the day, everything that transpired, I don't hold it against him. I think that we were both navigating our lives and trying to figure it out. I think that I grew a lot quicker than him. I matured a lot faster than him. I knew what I wanted. Maybe he took down a path where he got confused. I think that things were a little bit more rough for him. Maybe there was like stuff going on in his head that I didn't know about that he didn't share with me. And I would try to be there for him. I tried to get him to open up. He wouldn't. I just assumed that based on the way that he treated me, I think that dude was just really going through it. And I think that that's really just the empathetic side of me, because I feel like I should be upset at the things that transpired. I feel like I should be upset, but I'm not. Like I have forgiven him, I will be the first one to say, I really hope that he is doing well. I really do. Because I'm doing so well that I would like to think that when we parted ways, that things took off well for him too. Like I said, when I like broke up with him, that's what I wanted for him. I don't want, because here's the thing, when you're in a relationship that's like shitty, the type of person that I am is that, bro, I know you feel this shit too, dog. I know you do, actually. So it's like, I'm hurting, you gotta be hurting too. And it's like, why are we doing this to each other? Because if I don't want to be in this, like, you're holding me back by keeping me here, and I'm holding you back by allowing myself to be kept here. Like, you don't see yourself, like, you're not going to progress in this. I'm not going to progress in this. We're literally both holding each other back. It's not even about who's to blame. It's just about, we're holding each other back, dude. Like, that's crazy. We shouldn't want to do this with each other. Don't you want, because we would get in these arguments and I'd be like, don't you want somebody who sees from the perspective that you see from? Because I want somebody that sees from the perspective that I see from. I want somebody who sees the exact same dynamic, wants the same dynamic that I want in a relationship, that wants to take on the roles that I want a man to take on, that I want, that the man wants me to take on the same roles that I want to take on. You know what I mean? And we're clashing here. Like, why do you keep trying to keep me here if you can see that we're not aligning in morals and values and dynamics or nothing? So I would have these conversations with him. Somebody said the comfortability holds you back, and that's what I'm saying. And so at some point, I got to a point where I was like, I gotta go. And it's not even just for me, it's for you too, bro. Like, we gotta split this shit. We gotta go our separate ways. We do. And at that point, I was mentally checked out and I left that shit behind. But still to this day, I mean, he can say what it is that he wants to say. I still hope for the best for him. I still hope that he does well in all the things that he does well in. Because at the end of the day, we were young and his frontal lobe isn't developed. So he definitely did stupid shit. And I'm sure that when his frontal lobe develops, he'll look back on it and be like, ugh. Because let me tell you something. I did shit when my frontal lobe wasn't developed. Lord knows it's probably still not fully developed. But there's stuff that I look back on and I'm like, girl, come on now. So like I forgive him. I don't blame him. I wish for the best for him. I think that he is in a career that is great for him. I hope that he does fantastic. I hope that he meets a woman that fulfills all the exact needs that he has. I hope that he meets a woman that is the type of woman that this is shit that I wish for everybody, bro. I wish the same shit for him that I would wish for a friend, for every single person out there. What type of person would I be if I sat here and like wished ill, thought ill? The fuck? That's just terrible. Fuck no. But when I got out of that relationship, kind of got into like a slight situationship. You know what's crazy? And I'm starting to find out I kept that shit to myself. Like I literally I was like, I'm never gonna tell anybody this. I'm taking this shit to the grave. But then I've been seeing a lot about it on social media. And I was like, wait, this is a universal experience when you're like, you get out of a relationship, right? And getting out of the relationship, you're not hurt. Like I was fine. I got out of it and I was like excited to, I wasn't, like I made jokes and shit when I got out of the relationship and I was like, I'm outside. Ah! Like I made jokes and shit like that. But no. The thing that I was looking forward to when I got out of the relationship was hanging out with my friends, was spending time with my friends, was going out and like meeting and making new friends, was gaining new experiences. That's what I was really looking forward to. And that's what I did. So when I told you I was outside, it's not like I was outside going like butt naked, wild, crazy, right? I was just hanging out with friends. We were trying different restaurants. I was spending entire days with them. They were coming over. We were just smoking and hanging out. I was just spending time with friends and it was the best thing ever, right? Basically curving any and every guy that tried to talk to me, honestly. But then I got into like this situationship. And like I said, leaving the relationship didn't affect me. I got over, like, I was fine. But the situationship, let me tell you something. If you're going through a breakup, don't do it. Don't do it. I got into a situationship right after the breakup and I walked away from it. Man, the situationship was like an on and off thing for like weeks. On and off. And when I walked away from that bitch, that shit broke me. That shit fucking hurt. That right there felt like I just got out of a 5-year fucking relationship. I was like, but bitch, I was obviously in the mindset where I was like, girl, you gotta stand up for yourself. I was like, I'm not gonna keep doing this with you. I was like, I'm not doing this. I literally hit that. He said, I forgot. Let me remember how many words it was. He said something on the phone to me. It was 4 words. That's all he had to say to me. Matter of fact, I'll say it. The fuck? Like, you guys don't know who he is. This man, he was like playing with my feelings, going back and forth with me for like a few weeks. And I wasn't like feeding into him or anything where it was like, I was like, oh, please be with me. It was more like, you want to show up? Then show up, ho. That's what it was. It was like, you're saying all these words, but you're not showing up. So either show up or shut the fuck up. That's pretty much like how our conversations would go. But he would like show up a little bit, then disappear, then come back, show up a little bit, disappear, come back. And I would just only entertain him when he would come around. But then one night I call him up. I'm like drunk. I'm like, I miss my situationship, right? I call him up drunk. I'm like, yo, be real with me. First of all, he picked up on the first ring. I was like, that's crazy. You picked up on the first ring. What the fuck? We're in there. I was so excited, right? And I just decided to ask him straight up. I was like, because I was fucked up. Bitch was ready. Oh, that liquor get in your system. I said to him, yo, I was like, be real with me. Why are you fucking with my feelings? And this man said, and I quote, because it's fun, Jez. I would have just preferred you lie to me. Honestly, you could have lied. You could have said anything else. He said that. That was the most fucked up shit I ever heard somebody say. Mind you, I was friends with him for like 6 years. So that was even crazier. That was like, what fucked me up wasn't that it was like a situationship that like hurt me, like a prospect hurt me. It was the fact that I was like, whoa, who the fuck does that to a friend? Who the fuck goes to a friend that they like know everything about weaponizes that against them, mind you, and then fucks with their feelings, like fresh out of a relationship type shit. Like, that was crazy to me. So, like, he said that. He was saying other stuff. He kept going. Like, his sentence continued, but I like blacked out. I didn't hear nothing else he said. All I remember was I spoke over him and I said, "Oh, you're good. You said everything you needed to say." Hung up. Boop, boop, boop. Removed him on everything. That was the end of that, y'all. That was the end of that. That shit fucked me up. My relationship didn't fuck me up. That shit fucked me up. That did. That one fucked me up for a minute too. Cause I was like so thrown. Like, I was like really, like, this guy, when I tell you this person, he is actually the only person that knew like the deeply intimate things about my relationship. There's nobody else that knows. I've told friends like kind of a synopsis of like what transpired in my relationship, but that guy is the only one that like was there to witness everything that transpired. To the point that like when we were having issues at like year 2 of our relationship, he was telling me to like leave my ex and like come live with him. Like, he knows everything. So like that one just really fucked me up. That one really fucked me up. I was like, damn. I was like, made me feel like I seen some corny ass shit, but it was dead ass real as fuck on Twitter, where it was like, when you're opening up to like a guy about like your problems and like shit that you've been through, or like your traumas and shit, and then you realize you're bleeding in front of a shark. Low-key kind of corny, but dead ass real, because that, in that moment, I felt that for the first time. I was like, what? Damn. And that fucked me up, because I was like, dude, like, you knew everything about me. Like, that's fucking insane. Like, that made me feel like it fucked me up for a few days, because what was going through my head was, I feel like I can't open up to any friends. I was like, damn, I don't want to tell anybody anything. I don't want to tell my friends shit. Like, I don't want to tell them. Like, I feel like I can't talk to anybody. Like, what the fuck do I do? Who the fuck do I talk to? Well, like, well, I started feeling like I should never speak to anybody. Like, what the fuck? Like, if I want to open up about my feelings, the only person I can open up to is a fucking therapist. Like, I got to pay somebody to keep their mouth shut. Like, that shit fucked my head up. And since it fucked my head up so bad, it's like, you go through something like that. What do you want to do? You want to talk to a friend. I didn't talk to nobody. That made me feel like I couldn't talk to nobody. That shit was fucked up, bro. I got over it though. I'm fine now. I'm fine now though. I talk to my friends now. I've now opened up to my friends about the situation, and they all had the same reaction that you're all having. But I just needed a second to process that and sit with it, because that shit fucked me up. So yeah, no, the situationship after my situationship is probably a little bit more complex, but what I'm coming to find out is that the situationship, it always hurts more than the actual relationship. And I'm going to tell you why, because I had a conversation with somebody who's so insanely smart. And he's a few years older than me, but he is like the most supportive person I've ever met in my life. And he be dropping fucking crazy ball knowledge on me. Like, he be talking through the feelings with me. Sometimes I feel like he reads me and I didn't even say nothing to him, and he just be getting deep into it. And he's like, I'm gonna just give you this advice. All I'm gonna say is, and he just gives me life advice. I'm like, the fuck is happening? And he explains, he says that this whole thing where it's like the relationship didn't hurt you, but the situationship like fucks you up. It's not because, here's the thing. The relationship didn't fuck you up that bad when you left. Like, especially if in the relationship, you know, I feel like most breakups, not all of them. I know there's people who like struggle for a long time, but a lot of relationships, you either are like me, where you already mentally checked out, right? Or you get out of the relationship, you're hurt for a little bit, give it a month, you're like over the shit. They might cross your brain every now and then, and there might be little things that, like, you know, like maybe the same restaurant y'all went to or the same road you drove down or some shit that like affects you. But within like a month, you're pretty much good. You're locked back in on yourself, you know. Granted, like I said, there's some people who suffer for a lot longer, okay? But every situation's different. But the reason why the situationship hurts more is because the relationship, you already lived through it. You already lived through it. You already know what the future would have been for you guys. I mean, like, you were in that relationship how long? It was a cycle that just kept repeating. You know who this person is. You know exactly how it was going to end up. And that's why the relationship ended, because it wasn't going to end up the way that it needed to end up. You either got cheated on, the person was a shit person, the future didn't look good for you, whatever it may be, wasn't going to work out, but you knew what was going to happen. With a situationship, the reason why you get hurt more is because you don't really know that person. There wasn't enough time for it to progress. There's all these ideas in your head of what things could have been. You fell in love with a fantasy. You didn't like this person. You might have liked the shell of this person, but you came up with this fantasy in your head, and this is the scary part, and you need to clock yourself when you're doing this, okay? Because this is what leads to people ending up in relationships with people who don't genuinely show up but just do a lot of talking, okay? You have to pay attention to actions, not words. Actions, not words. I don't know if I said this in the last podcast episode, but I saw this video of this guy who dropped some awesome baller knowledge, and he was like, if he couldn't speak, would you fall in love with his actions? And so when it comes to a situationship, you create this fantasy in your head of what things could be. And I don't blame you, girl. I be doing it too. I live in fantasy world. I'm delusional as hell. I meet somebody, I plan my whole life with them. I do. Friends, relationships, anybody and everything. I plan my whole entire life with you. If we're friends, I already know everything that's going to happen with us. I already know everything. I've come up with a fantasy in my brain. I've created a whole storyline for us, genuinely. So when it comes to a situationship, you do the same thing. You create this whole fantasy in your head, and you get attached to that fantasy because this guy that you've been talking to for like, what, a few weeks? He's real nice to you, right? But in your head, you're like, oh my God, we could like date each other, and then in a year from now, like we could be doing like all this cute shit, and then ooh, the holidays next year, oh, it's gonna be so fun with you, and oh, I feel like my mom might like this guy, and oh, what if we like get married, like he could be the one. You do shit like that. You fall in love with the idea of a person. So when the situationship doesn't work out, you're grieving this fantasy, not them per se. You're grieving the fantasy that you created in your head. That's what it is. And that's why it hurts. So my recommendation to you, girl, if you just got out of a relationship, trust me, do not get into a situationship. Don't. Feels good. I know, don't it? Don't it feel good? Don't that attention feel good? Don't it feel so validating? Don't it feel nice to have somebody being nice to you, talking sweet to you, telling you you didn't deserve what happened to you before? Don't that feel good? Oh yeah, it does. Isn't your ego eating that shit up? That straight out your relationship, you got people like jumping on you. Wow, yeah, I know, girl. I know. Ignore it. Ignore it. I only gave one a slight chance, and it wasn't even a serious chance. Like, it literally was just me being like, you doing a lot of talking, show up. That was it. Gave one singular a slight chance. But let me tell you something. One thing, the reason why I didn't give anyone else chances, the reason why I curved every single other person was because I knew one thing. I am the shiny new toy. That's it. That's all that you are. You are the shiny new toy. And that is why you get out of a relationship and your DMs fill up and you start getting phone call after phone call, text after text. All these guy friends that you had suddenly have feelings for you. People from the past start showing up because you're the shiny new toy. And the same way that you mourn that fucking fantasy for your situationship, all those men created a fantasy of you of what it could be like to be with you. Like, she's finally single. I wonder what that's like, whether it be sexually driven or whether it be the fact that they might actually want to try something with you. You're the shiny new toy, and they want to see if their fantasy plays out. Ignore it. Girl, you got to wait. You literally got to wait until you're no longer the shiny new toy. I'm going to be real with you. Chill, girl. Take your time. Take your time. I'm so dead ass. Take your time. I know it's going to be difficult because you're outside. You're probably club hopping. You're probably bar hopping. You're probably chilling with friends. You're probably meeting hella new guys. You're probably getting all these text messages. Ignore it. Literally, don't get on that dating app. Ignore it. Go take yourself to breakfast. Go take yourself to the park. Go take yourself to do the things you want to do. Start going to the gym, girl. Start going for walks, runs. Pick up a new hobby. Do focus on you. Because when I tell you that shit will change your life, that is the one thing that I'm so grateful for that I did. That I chose, that I made like the executive decision that I was like, I'm just going to hang out with friends, have a good time, and take care of myself. That was the absolute best decision that I made. Dating myself, amazing. I do everything I want to do. It's crazy. Because you start to really, another thing is it helps to build up your tolerance to what it, like, it helps you to build up what it is that you will tolerate in the future. Because now that I know how fucking easy it is to go to the store and buy fucking flowers, now that I know how easy it is that when I see something on Instagram that I'm like, wow, that looks like so much fun, I want to do that. How easy it is to actually just go and do it. How easy it is that if I like see a type of food that I'm like, that I want to try, that I just go and try it. That if there's a park that I want to go to, I just go. If there's a hobby I want to try, I just give it a shot. Once I realized how fucking easy that shit is, I was like, oh, what? It makes it so that you won't accept anything less. And that's why it's incredibly important that you focus on yourself for a minute. Because you also got to learn the things that you like. Girl, you just got out of a relationship. That was your whole identity. It was. Whether or not you want to admit it, that relationship was your identity. Especially if you were in it for a long time. You've grown as a person. You're newly single. What is it that you like now? What's the new hobbies that you want to do? What's the new foods that you want to try? What's the new qualities that you look for in a person? They're going to be completely different because now you've gone through a breakup and you're able to decipher in your brain like, okay, what is it that I don't want from my next partner? You can surround yourself with people that are the type of people you want to be around, that show up for you the way that you want them to show up. It's important to focus on yourself. So yes, I know it's so fun, but don't get into that fucking situationship. Because if you do, honey, we'll be here. Chat will be here. Jezabelle will be here. Absolutely Fried will be here. Because you going to show up at some point and be like, Jez, look. You going to come in here and trauma dump. That's what's going to happen. You're going to trauma dump. And you're going to say, I should have listened. It's okay, girl. Sometimes you got to be hard-headed. Sometimes you got to be stupid and go through this shit. And that was something that my dad told me when I went through my situationship that I was going through. I was like calling my dad and talking to him about it. And honestly, y'all know my dad. My dad is the type of man that's like, why have one boyfriend when you could have 5? I mean, he been saying that shit to me since I was like 7 years old. He been trying to beat into my head to not get into a relationship. So when I like called my dad to talk about it, and I was like, I kind of want to be dumb, he kind of supported it. He was like, it's okay to be dumb sometimes. Sometimes you got to learn. Be stupid for a minute if you want to be stupid. Like, if you really think it'll be fun, why not? He actually was supportive of it. And you know what? When I first got out of the situationship, I was like kind of mad at him. I was like, no, he should have beaten to my head. Why have like 1 when you could have fucking 5? But then I realized I had to go through that. I had to be stupid. I had to be dumb. I did. I had to kind of basically be shown that you can't take everybody for their word. You still need people to show up for you. I had to learn my lesson. I did. And I'm glad that I did. It was a good lesson to learn. Sucks that it had to be that person, but I really wish it would have been somebody else. But hey, it is what it is, dog. That's life. You gotta always remember to do that manifestation and that prayer. Especially when new people come into your life. My favorite thing to do, because let me tell you something, it's actually crazy. Always, 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 always. I mean, you should be saying this prayer or manifesting this like on the fucking daily, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the prayer and manifestation is to remove from your life the people that aren't supposed to be there. Remove the people with ill intentions. Allow yourself to attract people who want to show up correctly for you, who are going to treat you correctly, who are going to support you, who are the type of people that are going to help you progress in life, who are the type of people that should be around you. You got to pray for and manifest things like that. And what's crazy is after you do it, it really blows your mind who gets removed from your life and who suddenly shows up. It's actually insane. It's mind-blowing. And that's what happened. I prayed to God and I manifested and I said, yo, I don't know what's going on, but you do what it is that you need to do. And I was like, one thing about God in the universe, when you tell them to show you some shit, man, you might not like how they show it to you, but they gonna fucking show it to you. And I got showed it that night. because I don't know why the fuck he said what the hell he said to me, because that was some wild ass shit to say to anybody, whether it be a friend, a situationship, or even a random person. To tell somebody straight up that you're fucking with their feelings because it's fun for you, that's some that's some psychotic shit for real. I would have never thought I'd hear that out of anybody's mouth, to be real with you, but to hear it out of a friend's mouth was mind blowing. So let me tell you, that right there was the universe for real being like, bitch, this is the one. I'm gonna give you this one chance and you get to choose what the fuck it is you do with it. And so I listened. Like I said, boop boop boop. Dead it ever since. Is what it is. Wow. Y'all gotta learn. What was so crazy was after that and a situation when I finally like opened up to some friends. And they were like, I had one friend say to me when I finally opened up and told them about how upset I was at the fact that they even said that to me. They were like, would it make you feel better to like text them and ask them why they even did that in the first place? Like, do you think that closure would help you? The fuck? What fucking closure? That was closure. They literally told me why. They told me why, and the why was because it was fun for them. That's the closure. What do you mean? What explanation? What explanation are they gonna give me? If anything, if I go there and they gave me an explanation, it was gonna be some fucking bullshit. Like, no, that was the closure. The closure was they don't give a fuck. That was the closure. And y'all have to understand how to detach. Detaching is so fucking difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. To learn it, it's very difficult because detaching, it is the art of prioritizing yourself. And that's why I say you need to stay single for a while, because the idea of prioritizing yourself in every situation, even when it hurts, even when you don't want to lose the person, even when you don't want to prioritize yourself, even when you want to make the wrong decision, when you, for example, want to be dumb. The art of detaching is to prioritize yourself. The best way that I can explain it to like be able to detach, it's shifting perspective. That's really what it is. And it's going to be crazy because I'm going to explain it to you right now. And it's going to sound so fucking easy and so fucking simple, to the point where it's going to sound fake. But this is actually how you do it. You shift perspective. While you're sitting here worried about this one person who isn't showing up for you, whether that be a friend, relationship, whatever it may be. While you're worried about this one singular person that's not showing up for you, you are ignoring everyone else. You're looking at your cup, your glass, half empty. That's how you're looking at it. While you're sitting here worried about this one person, you've got 5 other people texting you that are checking in on you. You've got friends, you've got a random cousin, maybe your dad texted you just to see what you were up to that day. You have other people that care about you. And you're not focused on them because in your brain, you're in this fantasy world where you're like, I just want this one person. I just want this person. I want this person to show up for me. This is who I want. Baby, you're ignoring the people that actually are showing up for you. It's okay. We all do it. I did it. But once I learned that it was just about shifting perspective, when I saw that I would get upset about somebody who wasn't showing up for me, I would take a step back, I'd open my phone, and I would look at the other people that were in there that were showing up. Lo and behold, all of a sudden I realized, shit, I got my girl Angie hitting me up talking about, hey, you want to go see a movie? I got Emily in my phone saying like, oh, hey, what are you doing this Sunday? Do you want to go to a farmer's market? I got Attila checking in on me saying, hey, what you been up to today? How are you? I got a friend that I haven't spoken to in years who suddenly texted me and was like, yo, I'm thinking I might fly out to LA. Do you want to hang out? I got another person who's sending me paragraphs like, hey, like I'm going through my own thing right now. Here's what I'm going through. Like, how are you? Are you going through anything? I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? It's like actually crazy. The whole time I was concerned about this one person, I put my phone on do not disturb, ignoring every other like fucking notification that was coming through just because I was upset about this one person. That don't even sound right. That sounds stupid as hell. That literally sounds stupid as fuck. And when you shift perspective and you take a step back and look at it, bro, it literally is fucking stupid. It is. You should not be fucked up about one person. Do you know how many people are on this planet? You should not, one person should not be ruling the entirety of how you feel. Should not be wrecking you like that, bro. Shift your perspective. Not glass half empty, glass half full. When one person isn't acting right, don't start questioning or getting upset. Let them. Let them. You can't control people. One thing you have to learn is people are going to do what people want to do. And you know that because you yourself do it. You show up for the people you want to show up for. And you don't show up for the people you don't want to show up for. You do the things you want to do. And then the things that you don't want to do, you don't do them. And when you want to try, you try. You have to understand that everybody else is living that way too. So when you care a lot about somebody, but they're treating you the way that you treat somebody when you don't really care about them, then you have to accept that. You can't beg them to care about you. You can't beg them to show up for you, because if they wanted to show up for you, they would have been showed up for you. They would have been did that shit. They just don't have an interest in it. You are just not that valuable to them. You are just not that important to them. It doesn't mean that they hate you. It doesn't make them a bad person either. What it just means is they have a list of important and valuable people, and you just don't fall on that list. As sucky as it might be to hear, because they fall on your list of important and valuable people, you just don't fall on theirs. And that's okay. Focus on the people whose list you are on. Let them. If they don't want to show up, let them not show up. If they don't want to talk to you, let them not talk to you. If they want to be mean to you, let them. If they want to talk badly about you, let them. If they want to think badly about you, let them. What are you going to do? It kind of ties into my situation with my ex too, because like, he, through the grapevine, doing and saying some stuff. The fuck am I supposed to do about that? Unblock him and text him? The fuck? Like, what am I? Hey, why would you say that? Why would you do that? Like, why would you put that out there like that? Like, that's crazy. The fuck? That's not going to do anything. Let people do what it is that they want to do, bro. Because people are going to do what they want to do. Let them. Literally let that stick in your brain. Let them. Because in this lifetime, people are going to treat you like shit. People are going to be mean to you. People are going to say bad things. People are going to think badly of you. Let them. The fuck's that got to do with you? Because at the same time as there's people that dislike you, there's a whole bunch of people who do like you. That's kind of the whole point of living. You're going to live and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to hurt people. You're going to fuck up. You're not going to be the best to everybody. As good of a person as you think you are, you're going to hurt somebody, dog. It's going to happen. Doesn't make you a bad person. It's a learning experience. What makes you a bad person is if you choose to not learn from that. That's what makes you a bad person. But if you take that lesson and you do better with the next, then it's just a learning experience. It's a lesson. That's what it is. Let them. You can't change the way people think. All you can do, the only thing that you can control is how you react to situations. And once you learn to properly prioritize yourself and realize that the only thing you're in control of is yourself, shit gets a lot fucking easier, dog. It really does. Yes, mother. Guys, life gets hard. I'm only 25 years old. Some of you might hear that and think, auntie? Unc? But in my head, I'm still really young, bro. I am. And all I'm doing when it comes to this podcast, and not even just this podcast, just me being online, period, at all. This all just started because a random girl decided she wanted to just throw her thoughts on the internet, kind of like a diary. I'm figuring life out along with you. So everything that I'm preaching to you, I'm just now learning it too. This is all new stuff for me too. We're in the same boat. We're getting through this together. Don't ever feel like you're alone in this shit. I know it's easy to feel like that. I know that life gets rough. I know this shit is hard, bro. But we're going to get through it. We're young. We're young and supple and sexy. We're going to learn our life lessons and we're going to move on and become greater, okay? I'm glad that I could be here for a lot of you guys. I get a lot of DMs from you. I try to respond. I love getting those messages. I love hearing that things that I've said have been able to reach you and help you guys. That shit's crazy to me because I'm just figuring it out too. And like every time I come up on here, I never know what the hell it is I'm going to talk about. I just open my mouth and let the words pour out. And it's really just me talking about my life experiences. And it feels really good to know that my mistakes, my life experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, help you guys to become better people too. Because that's kind of what the goal is, just to become the best version of yourself. And damn, I can't believe it. Just a random girl online telling you, hey, dog, I did some stupid ass shit is making y'all feel like, wow, me too. That was helpful, Jezabelle. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Christmas is coming up. This is going to be great. I hope that you all had a great Thanksgiving just like I did. If you didn't have such a great one this year, hey, don't worry. I did not have a great one last year. Next year will be better. Maybe you'll make some cornbread stuffing. Look up a recipe for that shit. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. This was awesome. This was a longer episode, but I enjoyed it. I really did. I love you guys so much. Sleep well tonight. I will see you guys next Friday.